Welcome to Evangelical Focus. My name is Joel Forster, and today we have the privilege to interview someone who, despite being a very experienced leader, has been an inspiration to many young people across the world because of his story. That's Nicky Cruz, who once was a gang leader in New York and had a dramatic conversion to the gospel, and since then has sought to train others in how to reach the vulnerable. So welcome, Nicky.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be with you guys.
Many people, Nicky, know your story through some of your books, like the autobiography "Run, Baby, Run" or the classic "The Cross and the Switchblade." I remember as a kid, my father was a pastor, and they did an outreach event here in a town in the coast of Spain, and they put the film dubbed in Spanish, and many non-Christians saw it. And I was a teenager, and I saw that. I was very much impressed. So why do you think people have been so impacted by your story all these decades?
Life is like a mystery. You never know. I know where I'm going because my transformations in Christ. But yes, I was very deeply involved in violence in the gangs, and in those days we was the pioneers of the gangs, and I don't feel proud about it. But there was a lot of crime, and people got killed, and I thought I thought in my life that I would never have a chance to know what love is all about because I never was looking for love, but love found me, and that was the difference when Christ came into my life.
Hmm. How do you think the issues of young people in the 50s, when you were some of the young people in these neighborhoods of New York, how are the issues from then similar or different to the issues of young people in vulnerable situations nowadays in 2024?
Well, the difference is that in those days we did have a code of ethics. We didn't believe in rape. We didn't. The only thing that you cannot do it was uh, do something that, like in English, we say rat somebody who starts singing, and other people had to go to jail or have to prison for the rest of their life. But today, there's no code of ethics. Today, the young people are going wild. I believe if I was myself as a parent and a grandpa, I believe that we should pray for the soul of our children because we have been bombarded by so many things in life, and there's a spirit of disobedience, rebellion, uh, and it had to do with the Bible that this day is going to turn like this, and the drugs is one of the most tremendous infected poison that we have. And in those days, you cannot be involved with heroin or drugs. You smoke marijuana and pills, but not heroin, and you will never be part of the gang. But we fought all the gangs, including the police department.
Mm. So have you been involved with reaching these people through training others to do it, or you yourself directly in the United States? Have you been able to know these people in person?
Well, it's so different because I never expected to be in this situation that I am today. Uh, I was nobody. Jesus made me somebody. I spoke to more than we just with my voice, no magazine, no books, and I have written 17 books. Uh, but with my voice alone over uh, 50 million people. And it's so hard because when you're in the stadium that is so packed, you look like a midget in front of 50,000 or 250,000 people, and you stay there with Jesus and tell the people what Jesus did in your life and
Mm.
what he can do in breaking the curse, because I was born in a witchcraft home. My father was a satanic priest. My mother was a witch. So then I was a very violent person, but very lonely person at the same time. Because loneliness is dangerous because that's when things began to play with your mind, and you began to think the worst, and you want to kill yourself, and because you don't want to live.
Mm. So when you speak on the radio or when you are in a stadium with all these people listening and hoping to get something from your story, what is your main message? What do you want to tell people?
It is a message that changed my life. I just came from one crusade, and it is and the only way that you can do it is to be honest and to be sincere and to be transparent. And I just told them very clear, what I'm going to do. I don't like it because I don't like to repeat my life. Although I speak in many other subjects, but in this one is I had to tell them I'm going to put my heart in your hands, and I'm going to do my best so you can feel what happened in my life. And of course, I had to come with the hero of my life, Jesus Christ. And I thank God for David Wilkerson, that was a hillbilly, a hick, a person that was from the countryside, that he never knew the city. And that was the confrontation that he told me that Jesus loved you, Nicky, and you can kill me and cut me in thousand pieces, throw them right there on the streets, and remember every little piece gonna cry out to you that Jesus loved you. That completely blew my mind because I never was expecting somebody to threaten me to kill him. And but that was like a broken record. Jesus love you, Jesus love you, Jesus love you. And I ended up throwing myself in his mercy, in his arms. And the greatest thing was that piece of forgiveness from heaven in my heart and healed my heart and my mind that was torn apart, and with all the curse that followed me that my mother gave me when I was a child.
Mm. So you have traveled not only in the US but also to Latin America, I understand, and Europe and other places of the world. And how do you see the church in all these places?
Well, I think I'm more in neutral place, like in Russia, the place was packed, all those places, and all over. I don't know. It's, it's that you put yourself in that vulnerable situation, knowing that you're going to deal with the vulnerability of those people, and we're going to have to be vulnerable in that moment, and just it's a way of communicating, and people laugh, people cry, all of these things because everything comes in one package. That Jesus loves you, that Jesus cares for you, no matter what you have done. Don't think that you are the worst sinner in this earth. No, 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 because there's a transformation in Jesus Christ.
Hmm. So one last question. You're going to Madrid. You are in Madrid. From 2 to 4 May, there is this event, Fuego en tus Huesos, Fire in Your Bones, also with you, with Gary Wilkerson, Jim Simbala, Zachary Mercrips. The Pentecostal Federation of Spain is bringing together all these pastors and leaders to listen to you. So what is the idea behind the event, and how do you want to encourage Christians in Spain?
Let me tell you one thing. 35 years ago, and you had two national channels, and I was interviewed, and I have evidence, and they're supposed to give me 3 minutes. That's a secular television, and
Mm,
they were surprised when I began to talk about the change of my life because they saw the Crossline Switchblade and they read the book Run Baby Run. So that gave me the stage to go ahead and be myself. And when they give you 3 minutes and then you go 21 minutes, and that's something different, Miss. Spain was there and all of that. So that opened the door. And when I was in Barcelona and
Mm,
I was speaking, the place was packed. There were hundreds of nuns introduced by the bishop of the Catholic bishop. And then that's when I direct myself. And it was different because how am I gonna really finish and bring these people to understand that Jesus loved them? That had nothing to do with religion. And the only thing that I remember that I told them, how many of you want to see the mother of Jesus Christ in heaven? And, you know, it was packed with Catholics, about 6,000 people there. And everybody raised their hands. And I told them, the only way you're going to see Mary in heaven is when you give your heart to her son, Jesus Christ. And that became, when I made the challenge, there was hundreds, nuns and all kinds. Either the priest who introduced me, the bishop, and that to me, it was the most mm, beautiful memories that I have of Spain, my first
mm,
time that I came to your country.
mm, mm. So may you have a great time in Spain with all these Christian leaders, and you may you be an encouragement with the gospel for all these people here. Thank you very much, Nicky, for this interview.
Thank you.